Yo, what's happening, people? Your boy, Mad Mike, at you with another edition of Straight Heat. Haven't done this in quite some time, so you might wanna excuse me while I whipped this out. Um, but kind of wanted to kind of give my take on something that I thought was very interesting. Um, um, I thought it was interesting because it's trending on Twitter. All right, it's trending on Twitter, and we're going to go in detail later on the end game later tonight about around um 9 o'clock. So 9 o'clock, we got some things that we want to kind of give you guys the pleasure of. Got some things we want to talk about. I think it's gonna be pretty interesting. So you guys stay tuned tonight with the end game with your host Rondrell, aka Mr. I don't know why hell. Okay, thank you, phone, for doing it for me. But yeah, we got Rondrell tonight. It's gonna be holding end games. And you never know what you're going to get. I think this is kind of interesting, to say the least. And you guys see the screen right now, and like I said, I think it's fucking hilarious. I think freaking hilarious, and we're gonna go into greater detail. But I really want to kind of get my thoughts on this, because this is exactly this is exactly what I mean by delusion at its finest. This is delusion at its absolute finest. I don't know how anybody could see last year, or not even just last year, for the past X amount of years, with the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields, and come out with something like this. This, like, even a lot of Bears fans think this is just fucking hilarious. This is delusion at its finest, and this is what I mean by the fans. Okay, and I mean his fans. This is absolute comical. So you're gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that Pittsburgh Steelers are letting Justin Fields throw the ball deep? That in itself is just that line right there is just it's comical. What the hell you mean they letting him throw damn ball deep? What do you mean by the Chicago Bears is something that the Bears have never done? Let me ask you something. How many people, let's keep this, and I'm gonna take Justin Fields out of this conversation. How many times during a game, how many times during a game do you think that quarterbacks are going to take deep shots down the field? And again, that take Justin Fields out of this situation. How many times do you think during a game, out of that, just to be on the safe side, let's just say 35 attempts a game. It's about 30 to 35 attempts a game every starting quarterback is going to take. So out of 30 attempts out of the entire game, how many shots downfield are you going to see from an NFL quarterback? Love to see what you guys think about this. And this is why I say this is delusion at its finest. It's because like we say things, we put stuff like this on social media and they get a ton of likes, but you don't even know what the truth of the matter is. The truth of the matter is, and how you doing, Sonny Howell, Dre Murphy, Yosuke Knight, and everyone who is in the chat that have yet to comment. But I want to know how many times during a game that you think that a NFL quarterback, again, we're going to exclude Justin Fields from this particular conversation, because I want to get to the truth of the matter. Dre Murphy says, not too many. If the Bears make the playoff this year, what does that say about Justin Fields? So again, how many times during the course of a game where a quarterback throws the ball about 30 to 35 times a game, how many times do you believe that they're going to take deep shots down the field? Out of 30 to 35 attempts, how many times you guys think he's going to throw the ball down the field? Come on, we got 26 people in the chat, man. I just asked a simple question, y'all. I know everybody ain't had their coffee, but I know y'all, I'm not speaking Japtalian and Germanese. One said maybe about 5. Because we gonna go a little bit deeper on it, but there's something that I want to talk about because I haven't. Donna Curtis says once or twice. And what we mean by down the field, the NFL considers a deep pass anything over about 25 to 30 yards. About 25 to 30 yards is considered deep down the field. Most fans would say anything over 30 to 40 plus yards is considered field. So in this instance, we're going to say about 30 to 40 yards downfield, what we consider downfield throws. Donald Curtis, once or twice. No, I got you. Jonathan. But the average around the NFL as far as deep throws down the field is anywhere from about 3 to 5 on average. And we're talking about deep throws down the field. There's about 3 to 5 chances you get to throw the ball downfield. So everything else as it pertains to the quarterback taking and his throws, most quarterbacks, especially younger quarterbacks, they're going to throw the ball anywhere from 20 to 25 times a game. If you're a young quarterback, a rookie quarterback, the more experienced quarterbacks is going to throw the ball anywhere from 25 to 35 times a game. And if you're an elite quarterback, obviously you're going to throw the ball anywhere from 30 to 50 times a game. The Drew Brees and Matt Ryan, those guys. But typically, if you're a young quarterback, you're going to throw the ball anywhere from 15 to 25. A pretty okay quarterback from 20 to about 35. Again, if you in the mid range. So there's not a lot of times that we're going to throw the ball down the field anyway. It's about 3 to 5 a game in all quarters. So when I see people say stupid crap like this, and this is a stupid ass tweet because it's stupid ass fans who say stupid ass shit and put these stupid ass players who don't deserve to be worshipped because they have done nothing to garner this amount of respect or this amount of admiration. They've done nothing to garner this. Justin Fields have done diddly fucking squat to garner any type of love and admiration as a player. He's done nothing to say, all right, he's the guy. We need to give the opportunity to throw the ball deep. What the fuck has he done to garner any type of respect to say, yeah, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to let him throw the ball deep? And this is one fucking clip that we've seen in the entire offseason and training camp, and it's him throwing the damn ball deep. So we're praising Justin Fields for, again, doing one thing well as a quarterback. And when you live the quarterback position, you gotta know what the hell you're doing. 2, you gotta know what the offense is all about. 3, you gotta be able to get chemistry with every one of these wide receivers, running back, offensive linemen, even the coaching staff. You got to get acclimated with all of these guys. And we see this guy throw the ball deep 1 time or 2 times or even 3 times or 5 times, just for argument's sake, in training camp. And we're already in the general consensus is that Justin Fields is going to take this guy, and I mean Russell Wilson, job because he threw the ball deep 1 time. What about the other 15 to 20 passes? Are we talking about a quarterback? What about the other 15 to 20 passes when he needs to be accurate? Are we talking about him throwing all deep? Or are we just gonna have all our wide receivers just going downfield? Because obviously, if you're gonna say that he throws the deep ball well, and why won't and if the Steelers are going to allow him to throw the ball deep, what about the other routes? What about the other 9 routes, the other 8 routes, or 6 routes on the route sheet? Why are we not talking about that? Why are we talking about every time Justin Fields gets on the fucking field, we talk about 2 things: him running fast and him throwing the damn ball deep? And you wonder why this dude has 50%. I'm talking about 50% completion percentage. And what's even worse with that shit is that we got Chicago Bears fans, and they know this. Chicago Bears fans know this more than anybody. And it's not a lot of it's not a lot of the Chicago Bears people are saying it. It's people that are super fans of this dude. They say some of the dumbest shit, and then wondering why people call you a fucking moron for clamoring for this dude. This dude has yet to throw over 2,500 yards in his fucking career. And you're saying stuff like the Chicago Bears never let him do this. Motherfucker, he can't throw 5 yards. He can't throw, he cannot not throw the damn ball into the back of an offensive lineman's head. The dude holds the most. I'm talking about, you look at him, the time in the pocket and how long he had to throw the ball. Yeah, he's up in the top 3, if not number 1. When he talking about how much time that he has in the pocket, the delusion. What do you mean the Chicago Bears never let him do it? He got 3 seconds in the fucking pocket. If he's such a great quarterback, he should have used those 3 to 4, 5 seconds to throw the damn ball deep. So why is it that we have all of these Chicago Bears fans? I mean, not even Chicago Bears fans. Let me reiterate that. All of these damn all of these fucking Justin Field fanboys, because this is exactly what they are. They're fanboys. Because it has nothing to do with truth. Are we talking about truth? What is Chicago? Why in hell did Chicago Bears decide to get rid of him? You don't think that Chicago Bears didn't do everything possible to try to make sure that they get the most out of Justin Fields? You think that they deliberately sabotaged this guy's career just so they can go to another guy and say, oh, I failed it? You guys really believe that they sabotaged Justin Fields' career just so they can go, all right, I don't really like Justin Fields no more. Let's go to Caleb. He said the man can't throw the damn motherfucker. Look, man, somebody tell me if this guy is consistent. All right, as far as him throwing the ball, I'm gonna read you I'm gonna read you his numbers, because I think there's a obvious. Everybody gets so caught up in the fact that he can throw the ball 50 yards in the air. What the fuck does that matter? What the fuck does it matter that he can throw the ball 50? Why is that so important? I really want to know why that's so important. And I would love to hear any Justin Fields fan, and anybody, you don't even have to be a fan. Why is it important for Justin Fields to throw the ball deep? This dude's career completion percentage is 60%. That's below average. The below average for a starting quarterback is 61, about 62%. That's about the average for every starting quarterback. And he's below that. This dude has, in 3 years, a grand total of 40 total touchdowns. Throwing, passing touchdowns. In 3 years. Some quarterbacks have done that in 2 years. Some quarterbacks have done that in 1 year. But we label this dude a what? We label Justin Fields a generational talent for throwing the ball deep and being able to run fast. And then we put these false statements about organizations not being able to get the most out of a Justin Fields. Look, to be honest, what's there to get out of Justin Fields? We know he can do two things: run fast and throw the ball deep. If a guy doesn't want to study the offense, if he doesn't want to do what Kirk Cousins did, everybody remember what Kirk Cousins did? Anybody in this chat know what Kirk Cousins did? Just already, and this is exactly what I've been stating. If a quarterback wants to be great, what did he do? He seeks information and he seeks knowledge outside of the coaching staff and outside of the team. And guess what Kirk Cousins did? Exactly that. Anybody know what happened? What Kyle Pitts say they went to? Anybody say that? Anybody remember what Raheem Morris said? Anybody know what Raheem Morris said that Kirk Cousins took those guys to? Who did they take to? John Terrell said he went to John Gruden house. How many live shows have y'all heard me say this about Justin Fields? How many live shows have you? I've said this about even a guy like Desmond Ridder. If Desmond Ridder wanted to become a great quarterback, if he wanted to be a good quarterback, these are the things that you do as a quarterback. You seek outside knowledge. You seek not only your own team, but you seek guys that have played the game, the veterans, the Dan Marinos, the Matt Ryan. You hit these guys up on a private line and say, hey, bro, could you tell me how to do such and such and such and such? How did you get prepared for games? When your coach told you to do this, did you do exactly what he said? These are the things that you seek if you really want to be a great quarterback. Kirk Cousins, I told you guys, this is the signs of leaders. This is a sign of great quarterbacks, and this is a sign of greatness. It's because you just don't take what your coach say and say, all right, I got all the knowledge I need. No, motherfuckers, what you do, you sit up there and you go to a John Gruden house, take your teammates, your wide receivers, your running backs, your offensive line, and you pay for the trip to say, all right, guys, we're going to John Gruden house, and we're going to look and we're going to watch film and see what he sees about things. This is what your starting quarterback, Kyle Pitts said that our starting quarterback because did for this offense already. We didn't hear these types of things under Arthur Smith. We didn't hear these things with Marcus Mariota. I don't recall ever hearing Marcus Mariota saying, all right, I'm going to go to whatever coach and say, all right, can you watch with us? Tell me what you guys see. How can we improve? We saw this with Kirk Cousins. But this is the reason why I always say, why are we giving these guys, why are we putting these guys on a fucking pedestal when they're look, they think they perfect. They think they have already become great. He think he's already that damn good. And you guys already think that he's that damn good. These guys have done nothing to garner respect, admiration, or greatness, or praise. They've done nothing to say. But we saw our head coach rave about how Kirk Cousins took the offense, the wide receivers, to John Gruden house, and they sit up there and they watch film on what they could do better and how they can improve as players and individual and teammates. But we sitting up here praising Justin Fields for throwing the damn deep ball. Bitch, please. This is what when we say run, nigga, run, this is exactly what we mean by that. Football fans are intrigued by niggas running fast and being able to throw fast and throw far. And what we mean by niggas, we talk about white, black, Asian, everything. If you run fast, you have exquisite and extreme and we talking about some of the most gifts. Like a Justin Fields who can throw the ball 60 feet in the air, 80 yards downfield. You got guys like Anthony Richardson who can throw the damn ball and hit the top of domes and shit. We get hard-ons for seeing shit like that. But when players go out of their way, like a Kobe Bryant, that goes in the gym every fucking night, shoots 1,000 shots every fucking night, while we sitting up here at the club, damn near getting arrested, aka Mr. Rocky Rice. Kobe Bryant in the fucking gym. Kobe Bryant in the film room looking at, all right, how can I get the best of this player? This player has a tendency to go right when I do this and go left when I do that. We don't praise guys like that for actually working hard. We don't praise guys for like Tom Brady. Tom Brady can't warm up for shit. But what we always saw, Tom Brady working out, doing something. Is Terrell Owens one of the worst teammates in the history of the game? Absolutely. But why is he great? Because he took his ass in the gym, he worked at practice, and he worked on his own. That dude was a fucking monster when it come down to trying to become the best. He did everything he possibly could to be great. And then we got these bum-ass quarterbacks like Justin Fields who got all the fucking gifts, all the finances to be able to help get himself to the next level. But no, guess what his fucking ass do? He sits his ass on Twitter, sit his ass on Instagram, and cry about how he's not getting them. I'm not getting them. I don't want to run these plays. I don't want to do this shit. I don't do it. I'm Justin Fields. I do this. I do that. He's snitching on his own coaches. And then you wondering why he ended up getting traded for a fucking pack of cigarettes. He got packed. That man got traded for a fucking pack of Newports, a fucking pack of Cools. And I'm supposed to be blown away because he can run fast and he can throw the damn ball 60 yards deep. Get the fuck out of here. I want somebody that's gonna stick with the process, who's gonna have an alternate plan when the bullshit that we running, aka Mr. Arthur Smith, when he wanted to throw the ball for 15 different tight ends. I need our quarterback to say, all right, coach, I what you're saying, did the game plan, but fuck that. This is what we gonna do. I've been studying. I know this is gonna happen. I'm gonna call a fucking audible in the middle of the hook, in the middle of the game, and say, all right, I know this was the play, but this ain't working. And I'm willing to cuss the fucking coach out while he's standing on the fucking sideline and say, I did this because I'm the fucking starting quarterback. I need my quarterback to stand up like that. I need my quarterback to sit up here and say, all right, I see this safety coming down. And if that safety come down one time, I'm a call the audible, or I'm a call a bootleg, or I'm a bootleg on my own, and I'm gonna make a play out of something. I make a play out of absolute nothing. That's what I need my quarterback to do. I don't need my fucking quarterback snitching on the damn, getting on live TV and snitching on the goddamn coaches. Or going to the owner and saying, yeah, I don't want to run this. And then when you go back to running the offense, guys like Jeberaeel Mooney don't even get the fucking ball. And it's kind of funny that a guy like Jeberaeel Mooney, before Justin Fields got there, he was a 1,000-yard receiver. But soon as Justin Fields get there, he can't get in the ball. But we up here seeing her praising this guy because guess what? He can throw the ball deep. You post a 5-second clip on Instagram, on Twitter and Instagram and social media and say, oh my God, Justin Fields can really throw the ball deep. And you guys have not already hit that like button. We got 2 likes in here, so if you guys can do me a favor. T-Lloyd was good. Xavier Litton. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? But this is exactly what I mean when it comes down to praising guys that don't deserve shit. He doesn't deserve anything. This man, Russell Wilson, had a rough start to the season with the Broncos and got traded because he had a good season. Let me say it again. Russell Wilson had a rough start to the season, but ended up getting cut. Excuse me. He ended up getting cut and going to another team. Go look at his numbers for yourself. Do I have to read off the numbers for Russell Wilson? Let me see if I can pull up his numbers. All right. Let me pull up the numbers for a guy like Mr. Justin Fields, who's yet to play a whole NFL season. Okay, that's another thing too. The dude can't stay healthy. This man had 2,500 yards, 2,200 yards, 1,800 yards, 7 touchdowns, 17 touchdowns, 16 touchdowns. And not one time in his career, the dude had anywhere near a 63% completion percentage. Not one time did Justin Fields do that. And then we look at it like Russell Wilson. Even some of his worst years, he's better than this dude. Russell Wilson in his worst year. Let me just see if I can find his worst years. Yeah, his worst year, he's still better. In his rookie year, the man passed for 3,000 In his rookie year, he passed for 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Russell Wilson did. This is as a rookie. But where's the praise for Russell Wilson? Instead, what y'all say about Russell Wilson? He's corny. I don't even know why. I don't even know why Sierra is even with him. He's corny. In his worst fucking season as a quarterback, this man is still better than Justin Fields. He still put up better numbers rushing and even passing the damn ball. But he get praised. Justin Fields get praised for looking like an absolute bum. This man last year, 3,000 yards. Okay, we talking about Russell Wilson last year, and this is the guy that y'all want to be benched on account of Justin Fields. The man had 3,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions last year with the Denver Broncos. But we up here hyping up Justin Fields' practice throw where he threw the ball deep one time. Corey, what's going on, brother? Yeah, these people is literally we talking about people that's supposed to be, and this is why I always say y'all gotta look. We gotta hold these fucking journalists accountable. We gotta hold these journalists accountable for the bullshit that they sit up here and try to portray it. Why the fuck y'all think motherfuckers like Kendrick is up here going after guys like Drake? Drake he's been a culture vulture from the very beginning. The dude came out as an actor first and turned himself into a fucking rapper. He doesn't even write a lot of his own shit. But we put him on the pedestal. Why? Because he's light skinned and he's presently cool with the ladies. But a motherfucker from Compton, a motherfucker that get it from the dirt, who actually write his own shit and actually work hard to be able to get it, yeah, guess what we do? We say he hating on him. The motherfucker that's quote unquote cool, but the people that actually work hard for their stuff, they don't get the praise. For years, motherfuckers were making fun of Kwame Brown. For years, he wasn't cool because Kwame Brown didn't score 30 points a game. He didn't average 15 points a game. He allowed people to just like, look, you can say whatever you want to say with him. And people picked on him until he said, fuck this shit. I'm going back at y'all. I say all that to say this. All this cool kid shit, all that cool bullshit. I respect the motherfucker who can actually get that shit through the dirt and they work their asses off to get where they at. And not use people for their platforms and use people for their skills just to get your platform up. And then try to act like you don't know a motherfucker and you ain't never did. Now, there's a lot of motherfuckers, they know exactly who the fuck they is. When they use AFN to get their numbers up, to get the knowledge, and then they try to act like they don't know Matt Mike, they don't know Miss Maggie, they don't know nobody anymore. But y'all can pull up the live videos where they sitting down there looking ashy and dusty as hell on our shows. And then once they start getting a little voice for themselves, yeah, they leave and they don't know nobody. I respect the motherfucker who can go through the dirt, get it how they live, work their asses off to get it and not use people and work hard. This is why I respect a guy like Russell Wilson, because Russell Wilson had to work his ass off for it. He didn't sit up here and cry and why cry me a river. No, he ain't cry a fucking river. He worked his ass off as a quarterback because he's third round guy. Respected guy like even a guy as much as I still believe that they some cheating bastards, but I respect the fuck out of a Tom Brady. Cause guess what? Six round pick. He worked his fucking ass off to get where he is, and guess what happened? He became one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. Why? Because he sat his ass in the damn film room. He got better. He worked on his craft. Because a lot of people don't know about Tom Brady. Tom Brady couldn't even get practice fucking reps at Michigan. Tom Brady couldn't even get practice reps. But did he whine and cry like Justin Fields and say, "Oh, I'm not the starter. I'm taking my talents to athlete U, aka Ohio State." He didn't do that. He didn't cry. He didn't whine and bitch and complain. He stood there at Michigan, worked his ass off. See, this is where people like Jimmy Jackson. See, comprehension is a skill that everybody's not born with. You have to develop that, sir. Let me y'all can help me help it. Maybe you guys can help explain this to Jimmy Jackson. And I truly appreciate you, Jimmy Jackson, for joining us. But that's not what the fuck I said. Anybody know what a culture vulture is? One that perceives to live that life, knowing damn well they don't live that life. And what they do, they use other people's talent to make money for themselves. Okay? That's what a culture vulture is. Oh, no. Just because you're an actor doesn't mean you're a culture vulture. Okay, sir? I hope that cleared that up for you. We're talking about guys that actually use other people's talent, use other people's platforms, use other people's exposure to come up off of and use them. And that's a lot of DJs. There's a lot of producers that do that. They use other people's talent. They put everybody heard this guy, Scott Storch. Scott Storch is another one of those guys that do that. And now we're starting to figure out that this guy named Diddy, he's another one of those guys, has absolutely no talent. And what he does is use his money to buy beats and buy people to be like, he uses other people's talent, buy the best beats, buy the best writers so they can end up, so what he can do with that, use that. And this is what Drake has been doing for years. Okay, excuse me, sir. Yeah, Drake has been doing this for years, not writing his own stuff and then turn around, pretend like he is writing this stuff, and he make money. And then the people that actually wrote this stuff, they don't get the proper respect due. Why? Because we got these culture voters that won't give people proper credit for the work that they actually do. So that's what we mean, sir. When we talking about this. And DJ Khaled is another one of those guys. Got no talent, but he got money to buy beats and then put all these Lil Waynes and all the best rappers, the Rick Ross, put them on their CD, and then he ended up getting all the credit for that. And those guys get what? A couple of cents off of. And this is what I mean by culture vulture. So if you're going to be a legend, if you're going to be great, I respect somebody who's actually do the fucking work, and they've done the damn work and not made money and came up off of somebody else's hard work. So that's what we're talking about, sir. Manning had a terrible postseason, and the Broncos. But that's another thing too. When it come down to that particular, we say it time and time again. Just because you're a bad quarterback or you're not a great quarterback doesn't mean your team can't be successful. The 98 Falcons team, the 77 through 79 Atlanta Falcons team, they were bad because they weren't a complete team. They were awful offensively bad. They had the greatest, and still to this day, that Atlanta Falcons Grit Blitz is the greatest NFL defense in history. Go look at the numbers for yourself. I think they gave up like 9 points a game, 7.9, almost 8 points a game. It's still the greatest defense to this day. But because the quarterback and the offensive line was so bad, they couldn't score and they couldn't do anything else. So that team isn't regarded as the greatest team ever assembled. Why? Because they weren't a complete team. But when you look at a team like the Baltimore Ravens, for example, the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, they had Trent Dilfer as a quarterback. Nobody will mistake him for a good quarterback. They told him to hold on to the ball, don't make mistakes. Excuse me. But they told him not to make mistakes, don't throw interceptions, hand the ball off to Jamal, and you get behind Jonathan Ogden in the offensive line, and the defense do the rest. So you don't need a great quarterback in order to be successful. You need a great team to be able to. So when you look at Broncos team with Peyton Manning, for example, his neck was pretty much done. He was done as a quarterback as far as being able to throw the ball anything over 15 yards. He couldn't do it, but they ended up winning Super Bowl. Why? Because they had a great team, special teams, coach, defensive line, and that, like I said, one of the greatest defenses of all time. So this is why I get upset when guys like Justin Fields get praised for simple shit. But when we got guys like Matt Ryan over and over and over again, who's never had 2 back-to-back top 10 defenses ever in his. I think he's had 1 in his entire career. 16 fucking years as a quarterback, and he had 1 fucking top 10 defense. And these bitch boys, and this is, and like I said, that ain't even Tom Brady, because he's just incredibly lucky. And like I said, it did work for his. They cheated on top of it, but he's always had a top 10 defense. This dude has the most top 10 defense in the history of any fucking quarterback. He's had more top 10 defenses than any quarterback in NFL history, including a Joe Montana, including a guy like Dan Marino, Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers. He's had more top 10 defenses than any quarterback in history. So these guys got help. Cam Newton is a prime example of a guy. He's been okay his entire career. Ain't nothing special about this dude outside of running one of the greatest mobile quarterbacks that we've ever seen. Dude is an average quarterback at most. This dude has had, in that Super Bowl year, what a lot of people don't know about that Carolina Panthers team, they set an NFL record. They had an NFL record with starting field position at the 40-yard line. They had one of the greatest special teams. They had one of the greatest wide receivers ever, and they had the greatest wide receiver, They had a damn good offensive lineman, had one of the greatest defenses of all time. So not only did they have great coaching staff, they had a great offense, and they had a great defense. And the defense, they was on a historic run then. And this is why I have a problem with a lot of quarterbacks trying to take all the credit for what the team has done. Everybody want to pray. Everybody want to put all the onus and say, yeah, Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. But nobody want to talk about David Pattons, James White, Adam Vinatieri, Stephen Gostkowski. If those guys wouldn't have hit those field goals, caught those passes, excuse me, but if those guys made those plays in those key moments, are we talking about a guy that's ultimately LeBron James? We're talking about Tom Brady having almost the exact same career as LeBron James, having exceptional numbers, but those guys have a losing record as what? As championship guys. I can name 3 world championships right now that Tom Brady has, including ours. If we just make, if we talking about, was that Edelman? I think it was Edelman who caught the ball right off the damn, I'm talking about inches off the goddamn ground. We talk about inches off the fucking ground. If you don't make that, the Falcons easily win that Super Bowl. The game is pretty much, I can almost say here 100% confident that if he doesn't make that catch off the ground like that, we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons as a world championship. If Adam Vinatieri misses that field goal instead of hitting that field goal, we're talking about a team going down the opposite way and they scoring. And that happened a couple of times. That's happened a couple of times with the Patriots. They won a game against the Rams. I think the game was like 13-3. He won an NFL championship scoring 13 points in the game, but nobody shits on Tom Brady. Why? They don't shit on Tom Brady for scoring 13 points in the game. Why? Because his defense gave up 3. How you doing, Ricky? Why? What's going on? And yeah, James made it for a touchdown, and the Patriots should have won it. It's so many instances when we talk about a lot of guys getting praise stuff that they really don't. They don't really. They shouldn't. And like I said, Tom Brady's one of the he's one of the most gifted quarterbacks because he worked on it. I always respect Tom Brady for actually being a 6th round pick and him making himself out of nothing. Because like I said, he didn't do what Justin Fields did. He didn't cry and go to Ohio State. He stood there, he worked on his craft, and then he got better, and he ended up getting himself in the draft. Ended up going to one of the greatest teams of all time. Teaming with one of the greatest coaches of all time. But he worked on that. He didn't quit. He didn't quit and say, oh, I'm going to another school. They won't let me play. I respect that. But when we got guys like this, who has this dude has a history of quitting and whining and pouting, and Justin Fields. But we give him so much respect for being a fucking crybaby. Why? Because he can throw the ball deep, and he's a part of Atlanta culture. He's part of black culture. I mean, what happened. It is what it is. I mean, Pelicans. I mean, if that's the case, what happened. Would you be saying that if your team was the beneficiary of cheating Let me place a scenario, because it's easier for people to say, oh, what happened. Let me give you a scenario. What if your team, you know damn well that ball hit the ground? We're gonna say, all right, that ball hit let's say it's in the end zone. It's 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line. 3rd and 3 from the 5-yard line. Tom Brady rolls to the right, finds Gronkowski in the back of the end zone. Gronkowski steps out of bounds, come back inbound, catches it. The officiate, he catches the ball, touchdown, the Patriots. They review it or fail to review it. They fail to review it. No, let's just say they review it and say touchdown is good. Your team benefits and end up winning the Super Bowl. Damn well that guy stepped out of bounds, came back in, and he can't be the first one to touch it if he steps out of bounds and come back in. But the refs say he didn't step out. Your team wins the Super Bowl. Are you gonna cry about the refs getting it wrong? Or you just gonna be like, shit, it is what it is? You won't be, a lot of people ain't gonna be saying, oh, it is what it is. What happened. No, you're gonna be pissed the fuck off. You're going to be upset. And that's all we saying. So, like I said, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people, it is what it is, and you know, but if you benefit from this, you gonna sit there with a smile on your face and say, shit, it is what it is. I ain't mad. But if you're looking at it from another team standpoint, when your offensive coordinator clearly loses a playbook before the Super Bowl even starts, we're running the ball. We got 125 yards rushing in the first half of the game. Devontae Freeman got 75 of it. And we just said, no, yeah, we're not going to run the ball no more. We got one of the best kickers in the damn game. And he was the best kicker in the game in Matt Bryant at that time. And say, no, we're not going to kick the field goal to give up a 2-score lead. We're going to step back, put Devontae Freeman, who was running the rock like crazy, and pass protection to say, you know what? We're going to throw the ball again. It's easy to say all this type of stuff and say it is what it is, especially when it's not your team and you benefited from it. So you guys got some questions in there. I'll answer some questions for y'all. And of course, another thing, the tuck rule. Another one of those situations where he benefited from it. And this is why people, it's not even the fact that we pissed off at Tom Brady. We pissed off at the system because it's clear that there's favoritism when it comes down to the game. You guys want to market certain people, and Justin Fields is exactly what we're talking about here in Atlanta. If you're Caucasian, if you white, they don't care nothing about you in Atlanta. Especially at quarterback position. They could give two shits about you being a good player at the quarterback position. They want a nigga that wear do-rags. He got braids, he got dreads. He can rap, he wear do-rags. That's what they care most about. Look like a white boy. Put up 4,000 yards, what? I think it was 5 or 6 years in a row, Matt Ryan. We do that every year. That dude is the model. When we're talking about the absolute prototype of consistency, there's only a handful of guys, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Matt Ryan, when we talk about consistency and passing. You know exactly what you're going to get every damn game, every fucking year. But Falcons fans don't give a shit, because guess what? He don't represent the culture, and he's not going to stand next to Tip in a video. He's not going to sit to boosting them at the Hawks game. He not shake hand with the Migos. Got no respect, and y'all ran him out of town. Why? Y'all ran him out of town because he didn't fit the culture. Let a motherfucker like Justin Fields be absolute trash, can barely throw for 2,500 yards. The dude has never thrown the ball for not even 26. He had 1 year where he threw the ball for 2,500 fucking yards, and we sitting up here praising him. And then you wondering why we go the fuck off. This dude is a fucking bum, but because he's black, because he can run fast and he can throw the ball 60 yards, y'all give him $100 million. Y'all ready to get this dude $100 million for quite possibly something. But let a guy actually put up numbers and actually be good for you and actually get you the place and actually turn Julio Jones and Roddy White to household names. Guys like Harry Douglas. Harry Douglas actually got a job and let's just keep it real. Harry Douglas wouldn't even have this fucking job and being a journalist if it wasn't for a guy like Matt Ryan. Let's keep that fucking real. But we so quick to praise these bum ass quarterbacks because they look like us, they sound like us, they walk like us, they talk like us. See, they want Donovan McNabb or Mike Vick types, and I love Donovan McNabb too. Nobody, they don't even want people. I swear to God, we've done so much. I appreciate everybody who's new to the channel. Truly appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, just understand what this channel is. We hardcore, we straight to it. Okay? We're not like everybody else. We're not like that. We like having these hard hitting conversations. We like to have raw talk. This is what we do over here. So if you can't handle it, this is not the channel. If you can handle it, you can call me a stupid motherfucker and I can call you a stupid motherfucker and we still be homeboys or we still be cool. Hit that subscribe button. If you can't, if you don't like it, unsubscribe. It's all love. But we like to get straight to the facts. We like to have the conversation over here. But we've had several shows where people don't even know who Steve McNair is. People have no fucking clue who Warren Moon is. One of the forefathers of the spread offense that we see today. People have no idea who the hell Donovan McNabb is. Is that he's one of Andy Reid's most prized positions at quarterback. That people don't even know that Brett Favre was under that Andy Reid tree, and he's responsible for not only Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb, Patrick Mahomes, all these quarterbacks that we see today. Andy Reid is the godfather of those guys. He's the one that did all this. People have no clue. But they want to praise guys for throwing the ball 60 fucking yards in the air. And then you wondering why guys like us who actually know the fucking game call you some stupid motherfuckers. Stop praising these bum ass quarterbacks who look good in do-rags and wear Jordans and can pull a hole at a club. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I want greatness. I want my quarterback to actually be by something. I want my team to actually be hard, to work hard and not hold out. I want an extra $20 million. Michael Thomas got his $100 million. I want my $100 million too. And I'm gonna hold out. I want my players to actually be about team. Air fucking McNair, one of the greatest quarterbacks. We talking about Donovan McNabb and Air McNair. These guys are exactly what we're saying that they were doing this in the early 2000s. What a lot of quarterbacks that you see today, the Lamar Jacksons and all these guys, they was already doing that. And then we hear these dumbass journalists and these dumbass fans get on live air and say this shit with straight face and say this is the greatest athletic generation ever. The fuck is not. These ain't the most talented quarterbacks of all time. Ronnie Cunningham was doing this shit long before Mike Vick came. Go look at his numbers. Anybody know one of the greatest offenses of all time? By the way, it was stopped by the Atlanta Falcons, but one of the greatest offenses of all time was, guess what? Ran by Ronnie Cunningham, Randy Moss. But we got people that's praising guys like Justin Fields, who's never even came close to a Donovan McNabb. But I'm supposed to praise him for fucking what? What am I praising Justin Fields for when he ain't even Donovan McNabb? He's not even Air McNair. He's not even Randall Cunningham. He's not even Warren Moon. But I'm supposed to praise him for what? What is to praise Justin Fields? Let's keep this real. What is there to praise Justin Fields about? What are we appraising him? And like I said, it's even disrespectful to Michael Vick. I say it all the time, and y'all know how I feel about y'all know how I feel about Mike Vick. I feel like he wasted a lot of talent. But the thing that he even did on field, especially going back to the year where he was not only with the Atlanta Falcons, he was doing things with Atlanta Falcons we've never seen any quarterback. This dude will run across the right side of the field, the left side of the field, and then throw a 50 fucking yard bomb down the field, right on the money, touchdown. We never truly saw the excitement, the ability, the arm strength, the athleticism that we've seen in Mike Vick. He's the most talented quarterback in the history of the game. And I honestly and I truly believe that. He didn't work hard. And that's why Mike Vick's career turned out. But there's never been a quarterback more talented than Mike Vick, ever. I can say that honestly without being biased. He's the greatest, most talented quarterback that we've ever seen. There's nothing. They have never been a quarterback that come close to Mike Vick. Now I know that's gonna start some arguments, but I can honestly sit here and tell you, never been a most physically talented quarterback in the history of the game that in Mike Vick. If he would have put his head, his mental into the game, he would have been by far the greatest quarterback in the history of the game. And like I said, Andy Reid turned that man into something. And fortunately, he had some physical ailments. He was out of the game for 2 years, and he just wasn't playing quarterback. But if Andy would have had Mike Vick early, whoo, Lord Jesus. Whoo, Lord. I don't know how you see this as a slight any previous game. The Bears just suck, and half a year they can't develop quarterbacks. I mean, I've said this before about Justin Fields. Justin Fields was ass before he got to the Bears, okay? Make no mistake about it. He was ass before he got there. Okay, he did not improve at Ohio State. All they did was throw the ball deep and tell him to run more. The same thing that he was doing at Georgia. He just did it more. Kirby wanted him to be more into his into the playbook. He wanted him to learn how to be a quarterback. Justin Fields didn't want to be a quarterback, so he ran his little crybaby spoiled ass to Ohio State, and they turned him into an athlete. An athlete is going to get you to the NFL. Being a talented athlete is going to get you to the NFL. But when you get to the NFL, the athletes are athletes too. So how are you going to become great? You got to be cerebral. You got to be able to outsmart people. You got to be able to get in the film room. You got to be able to know your opponent, because everybody in the NFL is athletes. So this is why Justin Fields is exactly where he is right now, because him being an athlete is good enough. Everybody we see guys like in NBA, for example, guys that we never see going to be good. These guys everybody knew that Ant-Man was going to be good, a hell of an athlete, and people thought he was going to be good, but nobody knew that Ant-Man was going to be this fucking good. Ant-Man is on the verge of becoming one of the greatest of all time. Why? Because his fucking mentality. He wants to kill you. He wants to destroy you on that court. He wants to become the greatest. He wants it. He plays with the edge that you haven't seen in quite some time. It's Jordan-like. It's Kobe-esque. And these are the things when we talk about the athletes. Everybody an athlete in the NFL. Everybody's an athlete. But we talking about, I mean, let's keep it real. You're a Pelicans fan, right? You got that fat slob at quarterback at Zebo, and I love Zebo because I'm a Duke fan. But he's a fat slob. And you see his body slowly deteriorating. Why? Because he's a fat slob and he doesn't actually want to work out. If Zebo actually took care of his body, you talking about one of the most unstoppable guys in the NBA. But he doesn't take care of his body. Wonderful player, but a fat slob. Take care of his body. And Zebo is one of Zebo. Good guy. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He remind me of Zebo, but you know what I'm talking about. God damn. Oh shit. Yeah, he's a fat slob. He put up a bunch of numbers just to get hurt in the playoffs every year. So we can sit up here and say that these guys are good. Yeah, he's good. But guess what happens? Get what happened? The greats know how to take care of their body. The greats know how to stay on the court and preserve their bodies. Like a LeBron James. LeBron James been preserving his body. He works out and you can see it manifest on the field, on the court. LeBron James play we talking about every fucking game. I'm just saying. Tell me when I'm wrong. Somebody tell me when I'm wrong when it comes down to it. Tell me that I'm wrong when it comes down to LeBron James. LeBron takes care of his body. He puts up the numbers, but he takes care of his body. Only greats gonna last long. Yeah, he do remind me of Zebo though, yeah. But this is what I mean by, like, the end of the day, man. If you want it, you're gonna do all three things. You're gonna be mentally prepared. You're going to take care of your body physically. And you're gonna be able to For one, you gotta be able to put them numbers up too. The numbers mean everything in being greatness. But some of these players be getting all the accolades before they even have any of those. Guys be out 3, 4, like we talking about in basketball, especially basketball. Guys be getting $100 million when they don't miss 30 games in a season. And I'm talking about the guy that actually plays for your team right now. Y'all talking about giving him $200 million. Anybody want to know who that is? Yeah, him. Brandon Ingram. Guy that can't stay healthy. So you didn't think I knew about the team, did you, sir? But like I said before, you gotta stop praising these guys for being absolute trash. Because that's exactly what he is. He's a fucking bum. Justin Fields is nothing more than a fucking popular bum. We praise these guys for nothing. Guys like Matt, we got a guy like Matt Ryan that puts up great numbers every year, but because they ain't black or they don't look like fucking supermodels, y'all want to get rid of them. It was about 3, 4, 5 years straight. Ever since Matt Ryan has been drafted, everybody been trying to replace him in Atlanta, including the media. Why? Because y'all want a popular dude that's going to come in here and sell tickets for y'all. Y'all want another Michael Vick in here? Guess what? So you can sell your do-rag, so you can have these shoe deals. So you can have him show up at the club and y'all make $10,000 at the club in one night because Mike Vick stopped at the club. This is the real reason why y'all want these guys in town. It ain't because you want these guys as a great player. It's because y'all know how much money y'all gonna be able to make with a nigga at quarterback in Atlanta, in Black Hollywood. Let's keep that fucking real. This is the reason why y'all want him in town and why everybody's looking for every opportunity for Kirk Cousins to, guess what, to fail. Y'all want these niggas at quarterback and these niggas in Atlanta. And this is why y'all don't like Trey Young, because his mama white. Let's keep it real. His hair ain't nappy like Jesus. His hair ain't nappy like mine. We ain't afraid to say it over here. Like what Kwame Brown say? This ain't the go along get along gang over here. We say what's on our mind. We say that what's on everybody's mind, but nobody has the guts to say it because they trying to suck off the alcoholic nuts. And this is no shot at Kirk Cousins, okay? I've said this time and time again. The only reason why I was upset with that pick is because we paid Kirk Cousins $90 million, and I wouldn't have paid him $90 million. And I've been saying it for years. I don't believe in paying quarterbacks $40, $50 million. I just don't believe in it. That's just my personal preference. Maybe I've talked too much in here, y'all. Okay, maybe Mad Mike has talked too much. Maybe I've talked too much. But like I said, at the end of the day, man, I believe everybody deserves a chance to prove that they can be good. And as it pertains to Justin Fields, I think he's always been a lazy bum. I think he's a spoiled, entitled player, and a lot of these players coming from high school, it's only going to get worse, especially with these damn NIL deals. Dudes are making $100,000 in high school, coming out of high school and going to college now. Dudes are getting these deals already. How the hell did Marvin Harrison Jr. get a fucking deal before he even get to the NFL? This dude he was already million, and we got the Fanatics company suing him, and he ain't even played a down in fucking NFL talking about y'all you didn't withhold you didn't withhold the agreement already. Guys are getting, and this is something that Michael Jordan said a while back. He said a lot of these players are never going to be as good as them because they ain't never had to fight for shit. Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, all those guys had to fight for their endorsement deals. They wasn't giving no damn shoe deals to no damn players back then. You see that bullshit that Julius Erving had? Them fucked up ass Converse? They wrapped some shit. They wrapped some goddamn canvas on a goddamn plastic ass soles and say, nigga, go play basketball in that bullshit. They weren't trying to give no man no quality shoes, no quality work. Now these goddamn shoes look like fucking spaceships. And then you wondering why niggas like you wondering why these Negroes like the Oakland Raiders quarterback who had $70 million deal, Jamarcus Russell. This dude had what, $30 million guaranteed before he even played a fucking down, and then you wondering why guys don't have the motivation to be great no more? When people, it ain't even losing the love for the game. For some of them, they never had the love. See, look, this is why people who from the gutter, the NMs, the TIs, all these types of guys, the Michael Jordan, the Shannon Sharps, when he when he had running water, like these guys end up being successful because they ain't got no other fucking choice. It's either take your ass and shit in the woods or play basketball as hard as you can to get a better roof around your house. So you're going to work hard and you're going to work your ass off. But when they hand you $20 million before you even get to the NFL, and then you get to the NFL and you ain't got to work for that $20 million again, what the fuck? What's left to work for? I already have my $20 million. This is why Julio pulled what he pulled. Julio pulled what he pulled, crying for that $60 million so he can sit his ass, take that money, take that $60 million from Arthur Blank. It was actually, he stole Matt Ryan money because Matt Ryan reworked his deal. Jake Matthews and Matt Ryan reworked their deal so Julio could get paid. He stole his teammates' money and he said, all right, I'm gone. And Julio ain't been Julio since. Because once you get what you get, and what the fuck am I working hard for? Ain't nothing to work hard for. Soon Julio got paid, you start seeing the downfall of Julio Jones. And we see this shit time and time again with these players. Soon as they get their money, end up getting fat and looking like fat, stinking slobs. Just like Zion Williamson. He don't give a shit. Up here, like he can't even find a good looking porn star. He put the fakest fucking porn star you can never find to try to screw. Cause guess what? The passion ain't there for it no more. The love for the game ain't there for it. Why? Because he already got his focus is on Hollywood, trying to be Hollywood and living up to those types of people. Gotta be able to be hungry, Pelican. Gotta be able to be in. The hunger and the love, the hunger for the game is no longer there when you've already got what you. Some people only get in sports because they want to get paid. And you can tell those people are the quickest people to retire because they done already accomplished what they came in for. I already got my money. Shit, what the fuck I'm gonna work hard for? Nigga, I ain't spraining my ankle. Dude, I'm not spraining my damn tailbone to get tackled by a big 300-pound Aaron Donald. Nah, I dropped this shit on the ground just like Cam Newton did. I am not taking no hit by Aaron Donald. I already got my money. I mean, shit. There's a lot of players that are doing exactly that right now. And you can tell the people that actually love the game, but these guys, you can still see the fire and the hunger. They willing to make sure. The guys like a Larry Fitzgerald, he loves the game. This dude could have easily every year said, I want $15 million from Arizona. He kept taking cut after pay cut after pay cut. Why? Because he loved the game. And he played until his body couldn't take it no more. That's the love of the game. Love as a game is your teammates wanting to be paid, and you say, all right, I know the front office ain't got the money because of the dead cap. So guess what? I'm gonna take my $5 million and give it to you so you can put it in your pocket. Those are the players that you can tell that want to win and they love the game. It's about actually winning the game. And the guys like Julio Jones, the guys like Julio Jones, yeah, they want to get their money and they gone. I ain't taking no pay cut. Look, I work too hard to take a pay cut. The fuck out of here. Yeah, Zion Williamson is in the best shape of his career this year. Trust me, I'm a Duke fan. I know the guy. He's better, but he still got hurt. Okay. But it ain't about that. And like I said before, man, what I'm so frustrated with is that we got guys that actually work their asses off, and these guys get passed around the league. Why? Because these crybaby ass superstar and mainly these damn wide receivers now. Mainly the wide receivers. They want to become, I want to become the highest paid wide receiver. For what? Don't you have to run routes and you have to actually, the quarterback got to get it to you? But you want to sit up here and demand $20 million a year for what? Boy, you CD Lamb. You Justin Jefferson. You ain't even a Julio. You ain't even T.O., but you up here demanding $30 million. For what? Your team can't even make it to the fucking NFC Championship, but you up here demanding fucking $30 million. For what? So, and yeah, Michael Thomas is one of those guys too. So, like I said, I just rather guys. I rather, as us fans, start holding these players that really ain't working hard. They talented, but they up here demanding money like they actually working hard. The whole time Julio Jones was here, from about 16 all the way to 18, Julio did. A lot of people know Julio wasn't even practicing. Julio would practice maybe once or twice a week for 3 straight years, and Dan Quinn allowed that shit to happen. Julio Jones used his power to take advantage of his own teammates, because like I said, he didn't take the shit from off the. He took that shit from Jake Matthews, and he took that shit from Matt Ryan. Those guys gave their money back for him. And he turned around and said, fuck all y'all, I'm gone. So again, I appreciate everybody for joining us. Bro asked for a job, being bad at his job. Yeah. Like I said, man, look. I have no problem giving guys praise at what they're good at. But when we got guys that are going out of their way, they giving their all, they giving their body, they getting their heart, they getting their soul. And he's done nothing but been a success. Guys like Matt Ryan has done nothing but be successful and been nothing but be a good guy for this organization and these fans. But I make a video about Justin Fields. People love it. Absolutely love it. Soon as I start praising Matt Ryan, he didn't win us a championship. He was getting paid too much money. He's only about stats. Justin Fields, all he does is throw a damn ball 60 yards and run fast. And he get more love than Matt Ryan. Hell, it's even to the point where Justin Fields get more love than Mike Vick. Justin Fields get more love and more admiration for Mike Vick than Mike Vick this day. And he's done nothing. On the goddamn phone talking about, yeah, I'm out of here. Okay. These guys ain't worth a fuck. Justin Fields ain't worth a fuck. And like I said about the Chicago Bears, no, the Chicago Bears have never been an organization that have been great at developing quarterbacks. I think we all know that. They would much rather develop a defense and build a defense and have an offense, but they've never been good at developing quarterbacks. So I'm not saying that Justin Fields didn't have the greatest teachers, because obviously he did not have the greatest teachers, but that's no excuse for you not to be putting up more than 2,500 yards. He's only did that shit one fucking time in his career, throwing the ball for more than 2,500 yards. That's fucking despicable. Okay? It's fucking despicable. I don't know how you can look yourself in the fucking mirror and say, yeah, Justin Fields is a fucking beast. Beast at what? A fucking quarterback that threw the ball like Marcus Mariota did. Look, again, Russell Wilson in his worst fucking year and career as a quarterback was still better than Justin Fields. Marcus Mariota at his worst is still better than goddamn Justin Fields. But this dude go viral on the internet, and we got all the analysts saying, oh, if you just put Justin Fields on the team with these weapons, he'll be amazing. Amazing at what? The fuck he amazing at? Bitch, he ain't amazing. What the fuck is he amazing at? I know this dick sucker is gonna come in here. No, it's Sheila E. Hey, everybody put the red and back for Sheila E, bitch ass. No, I know a bitch with that. I told you a bitch was gonna come. You start talking about Justin Fields, them bitches start coming out. Bitch ain't came out. He don't say nothing else on no other video. But soon you start saying Justin Fields name, that coochie get wet as a motherfucker. Look, it's like clockwork. Y'all see him tonight. Sheila E gonna be in here tonight at 9 o'clock. Atlanta Falcons Nation. Check us out. We definitely gonna expand on this, cause I know Rondrell and the crew, AFN crew, the Unholy Alliance, Oh, we gonna get back on this. So, you guys, stay tuned for tonight. And Sheila E, go ahead and do that. Pop that thing, girl. Sheila E, go ahead and pop that thing. I know you ready to pop that coochie. Just bend all over for him. Ready to bend over for Justin Fields. Sheila E, it's like clockwork. It's like clockwork. He can't even tell you what Sheila E can't even tell you what Justin Fields good at. He just said, I like him. Boy, that ain't a bitch. Come on, Sheila E. Tell me what you like about Justin Fields. Come on, Sheila. Come on, tell us what you like about Justin Fields. Cause I still don't know what you like about him. Come on, Sheila. Come on, tell me what you like about a girl. King Trey, what's good? Jay, bro. Like I said, I like Justin. I really want him to succeed. But a bomb is a bomb. That dude trash, man. Somebody tell me, other than running fast and throwing the damn ball, D, why do you like Justin Fields? Cause I'm a Georgia Bulldog fan on top of it. The freeze come out at night. The freeze come out at night. The freeze come out at night. His deep throw ability and his pocket escape. Nigga, didn't I just say that? I just said, besides throwing the ball deep and running fast. This nigga just did it. Sheila, good God almighty. You see this, y'all? You can't make this shit up. He repeated everything I just said. I literally said, besides throwing the ball deep and running fast, what do you like about Justin Fields? This motherfucker said exactly that. Good God almighty, boy. You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Look. And this ain't my backup account or no shit like that. Sheila E literally said exactly what I thought you. He throw the ball deep and he run fast. You can't make this shit up, y'all. This shit is fucking hilarious. Justin Fields doesn't need any more training as far as his footwork, any of that. All right, he don't need any of that. All Justin Fields' issues are up top. He doesn't want to be a quarterback. He wants to play high school football. And what I mean by high school football, what high school football mostly is we're going to throw the ball deep, we're going to check the ball down, and we're going to run options. That's what high school football is. And that's what they do at Ohio State. So all it is, he just want to be a RPO quarterback. Throw the ball deep, check the ball down, and run. That's what Justin Fields wants to do. And this is why he fucking sucks as a quarterback, because as a quarterback, you got to be able to go through your progressions and read. And if you didn't, you saw, I don't know if you guys saw the article where Foles was actually telling about this. They were trying to get Justin Fields to read, to learn how to read and go through his progressions. Guess what? They said he wasn't even trying to listen to them. He wasn't even trying to learn from guys like Nick Foles. Nick Foles is the one that won the Super Bowl. Nick Foles actually won a Super Bowl. He helped that Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl, and he played great. And you don't want to learn from a guy like that? Come on, bro. What are we talking about? Again, like I said, these Justin Fields fans, they don't know how slow they are. They have no clue of how slow they are and how look, this is a stereotype that black quarterbacks, the Warren Moons, the Randall Cunninghams. Do y'all realize that Deion Sanders literally got into a quote unquote brouhaha with a journalist because they in baseball and this was in baseball when him and Bo Jackson were playing baseball and football at the same time. Do you realize that it was considered black people were not they were considered ignorant? They weren't smart enough to be able to be a thinking man's game in baseball. Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson literally had to battle through racial discrimination in football because he wore do-rags. He played in different types and different colored cleats and all that type of stuff. He had to battle through all this stuff. All this stuff that we claim now. You ever seen that clip where he pulled that Gatorade on Tim McCarver's head? Because Tim McCarver was saying that he wasn't smart enough to play baseball, and baseball was a white man sport because if a white man would be able to a white man can think, and baseball is a thinking man sport. And then here we go, the very things that a lot of those white people, and not all the white people, but those journalists, they were praising. They were making fun of us. We praising that shit now. We praising the shit that made us. They made fun of us now. Now we proud of being some running ass niggas. They used to make fun of us saying, yeah, run nigga run. And now we praising ourselves saying run nigga run. You can't make this shit up, y'all. Deion Sanders fought his ass off to be Hank Aaron, another one of those guys. Warren Moon is another one of those guys. These guys were made fun of and say black quarterbacks can't play the NFL game. They couldn't be pocket quarterbacks. Warren Moon destroyed that whole narrative. Randall Cunningham destroyed their whole narrative because before he got with the Minnesota Vikings, guess what? They said Warren Moon, he couldn't throw. Guess what happened? Had one of the greatest fucking seasons in NFL history with Randy Moss, Chris Carter. And then guess what? We praise guys like Justin Fields for not even doing the bare minimum. But we praise these guys for running around like a fucking running back. We praising these guys. We're literally praising the people for perpetuating the same stereotype that we was trying to get away from. We're praising each other for the stereotype that we was trying to escape from. Again, we're perpetuating that same stereotype that we were trying to get away from. Not only 20 years ago with Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson and all these guys, the Otis Nixon, they said all black, they said that Latino guys can't fucking speak English and they'll never be good in baseball and all that type of shit. And guess what? Latino people can't. They pretty much destroying baseball right now. Yeah, I'm probably being a little bit too deep, y'all. Just a little bit too deep. Andrew Hall, go Steelers. hey man, I'm actually going for the Steelers. I want to see Russ win. Not against us. We're gonna kick y'all ass, but I want to see the Steelers win. They used to call us some dancing ass niggas, and now we dance in every fucking chance we get. Every video, all in the videos, in the goddamn, we can't do shit without twerking and dancing now. Instead of using our brains and using our intelligence, we dancing and twerking. We dabbing in the end zone and shit. We doing all this shit that they made fun of us, and we taking it and turning around and saying, yep, okay. Maybe am I being a little bit too deep, y'all? Maybe Mad Mike is being a little bit too deep. Falcons are horrible. Get real, man. Did you even make? What happened to y'all? Y'all been in 8-8 for the last how many years now? The Steelers ain't no better than what the Falcons are right now. Come on, Andrew. Y'all don't have like 4 straight seasons at 8-8, but the Falcons are horrible. Now, the Steelers are definitely one of those organizations I have a lot of respect, but you got to come in here with some. Come on, Andrew. So, like I said before, man, at the end of the day, stop. We gotta raise the ball on our own athletes. We can't praise guys for doing simple shit right. Okay? Justin Fields shouldn't be going viral because he's a fucking backup quarterback. Okay? We need to be having guys that's actually playing well, have these guys going viral. We should be singing the praises of our own players that are actually playing well. But no, we rather make a guy like Justin Fields go viral because I want him. Because he can run fast and he can throw deep passes. As Sheila E. says. So with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports. Thank you to everyone who is new to the channel. If you have any questions about your Steelers, look, we talk about everything over here. So if you guys got a question that you want us to answer, I'll make a video specifically for you and your team. This is what we do over here. We're NFL fans. This is not just Atlanta Falcons platform. This is an NFL platform. All you guys are welcome. And like I said before, we do a lot of shit talking over here. We talk a lot of crazy stuff. So if y'all enjoy craziness and y'all want to be a part of this crazy world of us, hit that subscribe button, man. You're more than welcome. We're going to be right back with y'all later tonight, 9 o'clock. Do not, I'm telling y'all, we got something crazy for you. We got Rondrea got something for you. I think y'all gonna like it. So hit the subscribe button, man. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports. Love all y'all. That's all I gotta say. Deuces.